So, working on the 3.5 Duratec V6 for the '09 Ford Flex. I got my parts today, and boy, I gotta show you something. And I'm actually probably gonna send this video to the place I ordered my parts from. Not too pleased. You know, the same place I got the cam phasers and all the timing components and everything. You know, everything was packaged. It was great. And then you order head gaskets, and the way they were in the box is they were like that, unwrapped. This just doing that. So what ended up happening is on the head gasket that I actually need, it damaged this. Now, I'm in a crunch to get this car going, so what I'm going to do is something that I would not recommend doing, but I'm going to do it. And also because the other gasket's got a little bit of damage to it, I'm going to not do the other head gasket. We're going to leave it all alone. We're going to pretend we didn't see nothing. We're going to put this side back together and put the engine back together and throw it in the car. So let me show you what I've done so far. First of all, I bought one of these, and I'm happy to say, after running that through these cylinders, 2 passes each, I believe that's a 320 grit 3.6 something. I think it's a little bit bigger than that, but it's a little bit bigger than this bore, and it cleaned these up pretty good. Now, it's not the most perfect crosshatch. It's the first time I used a ball hone, but they're not quite a 45-degree angle, but you know what? I think they will do. So what I did is I took the piston rings off, pistons we took out, which we are reusing. The top ring spec is 10 thousandths to 16 thousandths is your range. The top ring on cylinder 1, I got 30 thousandths. Second piston, or number 2, top ring was 24 thousandths. And then we got 22 thousandths top ring gap on the third cylinder. Middle ring spec is 15 thousandths to 22 thousandths. Cylinder 1 came in at 29 thousandths, cylinder 2 is 25 thousandths, and cylinder 3 is at the maximum spec of 22 thousandths. So we had a little bit of wear there. Now that we have cross-hatching and whatnot, and we're back to normal there, let's pop some rings in real quick, check our gaps, and then just put it back together. I mean, I'm not going to do anything else about it. I just wanted new rings with the fresh cylinder walls. So, if anything, it's just for scientific stuff. Just knowing, you know? So, our top piston ring is going to be the one that is flat on both sides. And then our second piston ring is one that has a little scraper edge on it. So keep that in mind. We got cylinder 1 right here, and I'm gonna pop that in here. Much nicer gap. And I just set the piston in there until the second ring gap reaches the top of the cylinder bore. Snugly. Nicely. So we're at 14 thousandths. Let's do our second ring. 22 doesn't fit. 21 is a little loose, but that goes in. Not too worried about that one. It's just the scraper ring. So it's kind of at the max spec, but our old ones were way worse, so that's fine. We're back to our we're in range. We're in range. Anyways, okay, so I measured all 3 cylinders, top and middle ring gaps on the new rings, and I have them separated. The ones that I measured on cylinder 1, those are now going to go to 1. I got 2 and 3, and they will go to the cylinders they got measured in. Okay, so cylinder 1, new after honing, new top ring is at 14 thousandths. Our old one was at 30. Also, the 30 thousandths measurement was done before honing. New measurement is done after honing, and I did 2 passes, just like a couple of seconds per pass, and I'm happy with how that came out. It's better than it was. Took all the glazing and everything off, so it looks pretty good. Okay, second top ring. We were at 13 thousandths. The previous measurement with the old ring pre-hone was 24 thousandths. Third top ring came in at 12 thousandths, and our previous measurement was 22 thousandths. So there's a consistency in the wear. We have more wear in here, a little bit less here, and way less here. So this one is in better shape than these two, but since our new rings are now within spec, and it really isn't that big of a difference, I don't think, we should be fine. Looking pretty good now. gear oil. I'm using gear oil to lubricate everything because I'm out of Lubriplate and Napa is closed and I forgot to get it when I was there. And I don't want to spend more money, so. Got plenty of gear oil. I like these IPA wipes. It just cleans everything up. I do try to wear gloves with those because they do dry my hands out. Uh-oh. Listen to that. That's the sound of new piston rings gliding up against fresh cylinder walls. Alright, how are we looking? Hey, we're looking pretty good. Well, it's been a couple of days. I decided to put the camera down and hammer down on this engine here. I've got it back together how it was when I took it out of the car. I did go ahead and put, and I'm probably going to regret it, I put the spark plugs and coils back in just so that I'm literally just setting the car in, or the engine in there and whatnot, and then, yeah. The timing. So what I did is before I committed to putting the cover on and everything, I went ahead and counted all the, I got the timing chains all set, put the tensioner and everything in, rotated the motor around a little bit, and then what I would do is I would check the distance between the mark on the chain and the mark on the timing gears, and the distances are equal all between both of them for the small chain and the big chain, and the distance from the two timing marks for the crank side of things match up with the camshafts here. So I'm pretty confident I got it. Also making sure the cam holding tool would fit after rotating the engine, and as long as it fits, you know it's good. So before I was unable to get this side in, so that was sort of an issue. So what I'm going to do next, and I'm going to do a lot of stuff off camera, and I'll just bring you in kind of when I'm ready to start the car.
One eternity later.
Alright, this is the moment of truth. It's all back together. I got a couple things left to do with the wiper cowling. I was going to paint it, but I just don't have the time. I want to get this done and wind down for the night because I am beat. Anyways, everything's all hooked up. All the clamps are back on. The hoses are hooked up. Connectors are connecting. I'm going to go grab the key and hit the thing a couple of times, and then we'll see if it starts. How it runs when it comes down. When the AC would come on before, it would bog down really bad. Now it's running totally normal. really good. The AC is just cycling on and off. That's why you hear it go. Blah, blah. But this is running great. I am so relieved. Holy crap.